Windsor Castle, the beautiful weekend home of Queen Elizabeth.
You love saying that.
I know, I just think, you know, I can only dream. I can only dream. But she does prefer, in such history, this is the longest running castle still in the world. And she comes here on weekends from Buckingham Palace. And, of course, today at St. George's Chapel, history was made when an American came and married into the royal family. She's now the Duchess of Sussex, formerly known as Meghan Markle, here with her mother. We have details coming in of not only where they're going to live and who their neighbors are going to be, but Robin, you and I were saying we should show that historic moment when she showed the world that, you know, she could walk down that aisle herself.
Let's see that again. It was beautiful.
Twins are so... He doesn't have to say a word, does he? His face says it all.
It truly did, and it truly does.
I don't think there was any misbehaving with the bridesmaids and page boys either.
Well, the one with the missing tooth is now a meme.
Yeah, it is. It's a GIF on Twitter.
Oh, yes.
His mouth wide open in excitement.
Do you blame him?
George is very good.
Yes.
Well trained.
What's beautiful about the bouquet that Meghan's carrying is that not only it has forget-me-nots for Diana, but Harry also picked some blooms himself from the gardens of Kensington Palace that were added to it before this morning.
Cindy, again, we were saying, Cindy Levy?
Yep, I'm here.
We were saying, yes, that the designer of the dress was a bit of a surprise. Beautiful, but a surprise.
It absolutely was, but you know what? It suits her perfectly. I mean, it looks exactly like something that she would wear. The neckline is something that we know she likes, that bateau neckline, and the fact that it's of this really soft, natural, matte satin just feels like it kind of is in keeping with what, as we've been saying, is such a relaxed, easy vibe of this wedding overall, and honestly of their relationship overall. The dress fits the moment.
Yeah, it's totally her own. She did not conform. And
No.
her mother, you could tell her approval as well.
Yeah, her mother looks tremendous as well. That's an Oscar de la Renta ensemble that she's wearing. And, you know, but even though this dress feels like it's completely personal to Meghan, I don't think there are going to be any detractors. I mean, there's so many beautiful traditional elements, the borrowed tiara, the long veil, and it's absolutely elegant and completely appropriate, but also appropriate to them. And that's it's a tough thing to pull off, and it's just wonderful to see how she's done it.
Just smiles at one another.
Yeah, at one point mouthing, "I'm so lucky," and then sort of just a little laugh. I did love when they left the chapel too, and the kiss, and the crowd chanting,
Kiss her again!
Kiss, and then he looked at them, no, nice try. The music, both traditional and forward-thinking, by using music from the past back in the United States. You know, Alistair talked a little bit about the American influences in this service, and they were profound. The words of Martin Luther King Jr.
Very much so.
And the music of Etta James, This Little Life of Mine, and of course Stand By Me, which was so powerful. And just to see the reaction of the people, and there's her mother.
Oh, I know. Yeah. I didn't notice that the last time. Well, you can see her on the shot.
Jesus Christ, the love of God, and the fellowship of the Holy Spirit.
Well, that mother certainly deserves a lot of credit for having supported Meghan all through the years, through her various sort of chapters of wanting to be an actress. You know, she wasn't a theater major in the beginning. She sort of added that on because of her love of school productions.
But she was into politics.
She was. She double majored in international relations and theater.
In English.
But if you think about that, international relations and theater, that's going to help her a lot. Being in the royal family.
We could be talking about Ambassador Markle today. Because
Ambassador
if she'd have passed her foreign service exam, she could well have gone into the State Department.
But don't you think in many ways she is an ambassador now?
Of course she is. She's a global ambassador, representing not just Britain, but the world.
Look at that iconic shot with her mother there over her shoulder.
It's fabulous.
It's just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
I think her mother is still in everybody's hearts today because she's shed a tear, she's being dignified.
And those deep breaths also, just human. Right.
And we said earlier, this has been a very human ceremony, very human day, very intimate.
You know, there's so many of us who have divorced parents, and there is divorce in the royal family too. You know, 3 out of the 4 children of Queen Elizabeth divorced. Prince Charles and Princess Diana, she was able to finally escape what was an unhappy marriage, as we all know. The world watched and hoped that she would have a new chapter. And of course, I think it was 2 weeks before Prince Harry's 13th birthday that the world lost Princess Diana. And he talked about how he went some 28 years without talking about that loss. Kept it bottled up. Served in Afghanistan 2 tours, and he said that helped form him as a man, but then began talking, and he and Meghan and Will and Kate and the Royal Foundation, they have made it clear that one of their main projects is to take away the stigma connected to mental health, and that everyone should be aware of their mental health and work on themselves. And he said the work that he did on himself with respect to the loss of his mom, as he calls her, when he was just shy of 13 years old, helped transform him.
Yes.
Can you imagine the pain that he carried all those years?
And that he and Will, and the closeness that they have formed, the 2 brothers, and especially in latter years, which is also something, you know, you fight as young siblings, but then you grow older, but then to only person that really understands each person, what they're going through, especially with Will and with Harry. And he knows that his brother understands fully what it is he's going through each time.
And Will said that during his wedding he thought often of his mother, what she was missing, and likely watching from above. And Harry likely got a little advice, as Robin just mentioned, from Will on how to handle this day and the thoughts of your mother. And we have a moment where Prince Harry was asked about his mom and some of the things that she is missing, but that he is sure she would be embracing today. Take a listen.
Without question, I think she would be over the moon, jumping up and down, you know, so excited for me. But then, as I said, we've probably been best friends with Meghan. So no, it is days like today when I really miss having her around and miss being able to share the happy news. But you know, with the rain and with everything else that's going on, I'm sure she's with us. I'm sure she's with us, you know, jumping up and down somewhere else.
Her friends on one occasion said that Meghan wanted to be Diana 2.0. I've always said Diana is her own person, and that Meghan wants to be Meghan 1.0.
I was going to say that.
And I think that she's 36. Diana died aged 36. She's in a psychic way. She's passed on the baton to Meghan, and she's moving the whole family forward. She's moving royal tradition forward, even as we speak. The wedding ceremony was very different to previous wedding ceremonies.
She's handled the comparisons very well, because remember who we were, Kate. We were comparing her to Princess Diana, exactly. And then now with Meghan, Princess Diana. They're all their individual selves.
They are, absolutely. There is, though, something about Meghan, a magnetic presence that Diana had. And I think that has invited the comparison somewhat.
Yeah, the 2.0, it's funny, when you hear people say that, I often think that just sounds so calculating, and that's not what this is. What I think the parallel that people find is the heart. And that Meghan Markle, now the Duchess of Sussex, has proven in her work and in her voice, the speech that she gave to the UN, that she cares about others other than just herself, and that. You remember what Princess Diana said in that famous interview after the divorce and about her boys, that she just wanted them, when she would travel with them to see the homeless or travel with them to see children with HIV, she just wanted her boys to see that there is life outside the royal family. There are people with needs. There are people who have voices, but they're just not heard. And that's what I think people see in Meghan Markle, in this American princess now. And I think those comparisons are the ones that we should embrace on this great day.
You know, our royal experts, they cringe every time we say Meghan Markle.
I know, she can't be called that anymore. And it's the same way with Kate Middleton. People love to call her Kate Middleton.
But she's not. But why do we do that?
Yeah.
Reason.
We're just trying to hold on to that.
That's a little strong. That's okay.
Look at the beautiful Duchess of Sussex, Your Highness. Can we come to the reception? We'll be back with much more powerful look-backs at what we just witnessed here in Windsor and the future, where they're going to live, where they're planning to move now, the apartment that's being renovated. They're on the move.
As the royal wedding rewind continues.
Did you like that? Did you like that? Sounds better coming from you.